working on some trash. So after I finished yesterday's video, I made a couple more pieces. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4 I did yesterday. So I made a couple more pieces, but they need more help. So this one was an envelope that came in with that collection. So I made it into a policy closure, added this little gold heart charm, and I took a piece of a check that was already torn, and I made it so that it has like little gussets on the side so things will slip in easily. And so the stitching was done before it was glued down. And I've got this adorable little picture. And I thought I need to do something with this picture just to fancy it up a bit. So I want to do something with that. This was a weird envelope. I'm gonna have to Google this. Like, what memento would you get for All Souls Day? So I fussy cut some lilies and glued them on the envelope and trimmed around it. But I need to do some more work there. Now here's that envelope. This was open and it was wrapped all the way around in cellophane and it was glued to the edges of the envelope. So I I soaked it in some boiling water to remove the cellophane and open up the envelope. And I want to, this is a piece of paper from a vintage green card. So I'm going to replace, well, not replace, but give this a window. So I need to cut this a little bit. Just going to mark where I'm going to cut it. And then make some sort of a pocket. I guess. So this is actually Monday. I filmed my Tuesday video yesterday, and today this will be Wednesday's video, so it's Monday. So I just kind of wanted to go back over what the subject matter of Sunday's video. I don't want anyone to think that I'm super bummed out. I'm not feeling that way at all. I'm just like earlier in the month that I was saying, oh, I've lost my mojo. I've lost my mojo. It's not that I've lost my mojo or I'm feeling uninspired or not feeling creative. It's almost exactly the opposite. But what I am feeling frustrated about is I want to be better, and that takes practice. I feel like I could be doing some really fantastic work. And what I have pictured in my head, I'm not always realizing it. So that's the frustrating part. So I'm not, it's not that I'm being critical of myself. It's more of an excitement about possibilities. Yeah, I want, my word for the year is curious. I mentioned that earlier this year. So I want to express that curiosity and do some really creative stuff. It's had a tear in it, so that's what I'm trying to hold the tear together. Let's see how I did. Not very good. If possible, that was worse. Okay, you. Okay, I definitely need to stitch this, and then I'll glue it all back together. Okay. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Like a couple years ago, my husband, who is a musician and a singer, as you're well aware, he felt like he had sort of plateaued. So he found in a guitar teacher who was better than him, and took some lessons for a while. And he continues to watch different videos online when he can, just to sort of improve his skills. And that's what I've been thinking about too. So on Sunday, I said, you know, if you have any suggestions about people whose videos I should be watching, or ideas of things I should try, that's what I was sort of looking for, was, you know, I'm good at what I do right now. I want to test some other stuff and see what I can learn and get good at. So one of the things I did this weekend, Heather at Ruby and Pearl had done a tag, and she included texture medium. Did I already talk about this? If I've already talked about this, I'm sorry. And I've seen that in quite a few people's work recently, and I wanted to give it a try. So I went out and got texture medium and a palette knife and all the stuff I needed, and tried it solo. Which was okay. And then she published the video yesterday afternoon. She didn't even use texture medium. She used a spackle. Let's put a little patch there. I'm looking around in my box for just some plain white paper. I'm not finding any plain white paper. Oh, there's some plain white paper. I'm just going to put a patch there because there's a tear. I don't know how my scissors keep going on vacations. Can somebody explain that to me? I guess it was empty. So this will go here. Maybe I will do a little circle there. Okay. I'm just going to hold this with a paper clip. I'm just going to close this envelope with a little bit of art glitter glue. It's so imperfect, it's perfect. And if you're wondering why am I putting glue on both sides? Because I don't want there to be any edges for things that I might pop into this little pouch to get caught on. So if everything is glued down solid, it should be good to go and not get, you know, the outside won't get caught on anything, and anything going on into the inside won't get caught on anything. There we go. Here we go, go, go. If you're wondering what came in this envelope, it was these five stamps. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm not putting them back in though. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but it's going to be spectacular because they are gorgeous. What will I put in you? Like, it's not completely opaque, transparent. It's translucent. Like, you can tell something's in there. You can see my fingers, but you wouldn't have a really good idea of what's going in there. What we got on the desk here? What's this? Nothing exciting there. Oh, I found this picture and it was in this terrible shape. Looks very ghostly in there. Hang on, I want to show you something I've been toying with. Okay, so in yesterday's video, you saw that I had kept all these scraps of paper that I'd soaked stamps off of from that collection I recently picked up. And I thought, wouldn't that look kind of cool? Like some of the ones that are like pre-torn. I'm trying to figure out what way I want it to go. I guess it doesn't super matter. So I'm just gonna put a few hunks of paper in here. And like they're already pre-torn. I thought they might be interesting. Well, let's try that. I don't know that I've used this what do you call this? Embossing folder before. I got it. My sister is a close to my heart representative, so I bought it from her. Ooh, these are neat. Okay, I want to try a couple more. This is another one. It's got big flowers on it. And this is old paper. This is at least 1940s, at least. So even though it's colored, it's and they could have come from anywhere all over the world. Noisy thing. That's fun. Either side's fun. Oh, I like it in that. This one has roses. I can probably do two at a time with these folders. They're smaller. So it's got swirls. Oh yeah, I can do more than one at a time. looks nice. And I was thinking, you know, these ones with the postmark, where there's a blank hole there, I could put a stamp on top of that. That would look really interesting. Ooh. Nice. Well, I have a passion for roses anyway. I'm going to do one more because I picked out some papers here that have pinstripes almost. This green one. And then I can put this aside for the time being. Oh, that green one looks really cute. That. Okay, let me put this away. Okay, I'm back. So, I glued this old girl to this scrap of file folder, I guess it is. And I cannot get rid of my rulers and my knives. Ever. I glued this down with the Fabri-Tac just because it was really bumpy and bubbly, and I thought, maybe there's some sort of, I don't know, weird backing that I wasn't sure would work exactly like I love her. She's got her lace and her pearls. This was a piece that I tore and kept. It's on like a piece of newspaper or something. Like maybe it was a package that was wrapped in newspaper. I don't know. But you can see there's the stamp, the cancellation stamp. And then maybe this white piece was the label. So I thought that was fun. Okay. So I don't need an embossed piece just yet. But I do need something dark. just going to cover up that tear. And then I will lay this on top of it. But I need something for the back. Okay. Where are my good scissors? Making me crazy. I brought some lace with me. This one I can keep. And I wondered about popping a little bit of lace under here. No. What about above? This beautiful lace was from a hanky. Just seeing if there's a good side or a bad side. I shouldn't say good or bad, it's right or wrong. Okay. Just peeling a little bit of that paper off. I think I'm going to let it hang over a bit. I'm using the Fabri-Tac because it's getting glued to fabric. Okay. Wrong one. Now, I got something different here. I might attach that later. So this was actually from a 1939, it was a catalog for a clothing brand, I guess, called No Mend, and it contained swatches of fabrics for the fall of 1939. And each collection, not all of them stayed in the book. Some of them clearly broke off or whatever. Each little section had this plastic tab. This one has a column. That's a musical note. That's a heart. That's some kind of... Oh, this was an Egyptian flower, because I think the collection was called Cleopatra. And then this one has a flower. I might add that flower. Sort of to go with this floral pattern. Or maybe not. Yeah, all of the swatches were like this. I wonder if I have something among the swatches that might be good. It'd be nice if I had something this orange color. I don't think that was a color for 1939. Boring, boring. This one's leather. Look at this chartreuse. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's got a horse. Yeah, I wasn't able to save everything. Somebody had used it as an album and glued pictures over it. So, like, here's a piece of velvet, but it had a picture glued onto it. Well, I'm going to hang on to that. I might. Okay, now I do need to sew, because I need to sew down this little pocket, and then I will trim off the extra lace. I'm trying to decide, do I want this tag shaped? Don't know. Okay, so I used a wet wipe to clean this, and it was filthy. It was filthy. But I suppose 80 years of dirt will do that to you. And I checked and made sure that it wouldn't shatter if I put a hole in it. So I'm just going to tuck it down there. Scared of putting that right through my finger. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge. Chuck it down here. And that's why I needed glue, because it was a little crooked. Okay. Now, I grabbed a rusty pin somewhere. Oh, there it is. And I thought, if I could add a little pearl to that, that would be ideal. Particularly if I actually, oh, there's they are. Hi. I'm surprised to find you here. Oh, there's a little kind of yellowy one. Oh, I've got all kinds of weird stuff in here I didn't know I had. Well, cool. Huh. I think I almost threw this out. Some freshwater pearls in there too. Oh, that's a flat back. Okay. I I'm going to ink the edge, and then I think what I'd like to do is a different ink. Let me see if I could find a little calling card. That I will like. Maggie Goes? No, not pink for you, Maggie. You're not a Maggie. Clara F. Joynin. And look, it's on an embossed card too. I don't think I really wanted a floral one. And if I did do floral, I would want something with that color in it, I think. That one had seashells on it. Isn't that neat? Lizzie Knapp. That one has swans. Has orange, but didn't have a good name. That one says Danny. Danny C. Waring. Ruby C. Foot. Okay. It's going to be one of these, not Clara. So it's either going to be Minnie or Aggie. And we should get the paper clip. Where is a paper clip? So I'm going to use one of these little things, I think. One of these little Tim Holtzy things. Have I gone overboard? Maybe I've gone overboard. I think I'm going to cut this down. This is Minnie Nap and this is Lizzie Nap. So I think I'm going to cut this down a smidgeroony. And round the corners. So right now it's 3.5, so I'm going to cut it down to 3. See, I need my ruler. And it is 2, not quite 2. So I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off the bottom. And a 1/4 inch off the top. There. Now we can kind of put it in crooked. That looks better. My giant hands can't open this. There we go. What do we think? Do we like Lizzie? Okay, let's look critically at this. If I could go back, I probably would not put that plastic thing there. However, there is no going back. It just looked a little dirty. What if I could take a little bit off the top? the risk is I could chop the whole thing and break it. Oh, that's a better shape. That's much better. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to call it a video. I do need to go back to these three things. Because Lizzie's not going to fit in there now. Lizzie's too big, and the clip will prevent her from going in there. So I do need to go back to these three things, but I will, I'll let you know how I make out. So thanks so much for joining me today. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.